Every single year I buy PS Plus, and not just PS Plus, PS Plus Premium, only for it to sit there, barely getting used. Well, no more. Welcome to the first episode of my brand new series, PS Plus Platinum Roulette. The rules of this series are simple. The game must be in the current PS Plus catalogue. It can't be a game I've already touched. We have to start at 0% trophies. I have exactly 1 month to unlock the Platinum Trophy, or the episode is a certified fail. I only get one veto for the entire 8 episode season. If I use it early and I get cursed later, I'm stuck. So for episode 1, we are doing a difficulty gauntlet. Every future theme will be chosen by the top voted comment below. But for today, I've loaded up a wheel with 10 legitimate games, scaled from an easy 1 out of 10 all the way up to a soul crushing 10 out of 10. If it lands on a 1, I'm chilling. If it lands on a 10, I won't be seeing daylight for the next 30 days. So here it is, my wheel that I created with all its lovely colour coordination to go with it. Obviously, the green means easy games shouldn't take too long. Orange games, the medium games, and the red games, the hard games. The ones I really don't want to land on. Personally, if I could choose myself, I would go for God of War or the Star Wars games, because that's the one I kind of want to play. But I don't get to decide, the wheel decides. We're having one shot at this, and here we go. All I'm hoping for is that we do not get the 10 out of 10. I can live with that. So we do get Until Dawn. I'm not unhappy with that. It is an easy game. Is it the game I would have picked for myself? No, probably not. But let's see if we can platinum it. So, Until Dawn is a choice-based game where every decision you make dictates who lives and who dies. It leans heavily into the butterfly effect. If you don't know what this is, it's the classic illustration that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could cause a tornado in Texas. In short, the universe is just a giant line of dominoes. Sometimes a microscopic breeze is enough to tip the first one over and change everything. So going into this, I really didn't know what to expect, and I'm not a massive fan of horror. I'm just not into that genre at all. But I must say, I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed this game, and I played Alan Wake 2 not so long ago, and I really liked that game too. So maybe I need to give horror games a bit more of a chance. But because I was on a strict 30-day time restraint for this roulette challenge, I did use a trophy guide, and I know it goes against my rules, but I was on a time limit. And especially when I looked through it and I saw that a lot of the trophies were a bunch of collectibles and there was multiple endings, I just wanted to use the guide to help avoid having to play through the game more than I actually had to. So for my first playthrough, I focused on keeping everyone alive and getting all of the collectibles. And there are 125 of them in total. That breaks down into 36 totems, 79 clues, and 10 interactables. It sounds like a lot, but it really wasn't that bad as far as collectibles go. But now keeping everyone alive required you to do multiple things within each chapter, including picking certain dialogue, not hurting any of the wildlife, not that I ever would anyway, and choosing to sometimes hide instead of run, or not hit somebody and run. Every action has a consequence, the butterfly effect, and using the guide just saved me so many hours. I actually did mess up on some of the dialogue early on in the game as well, and I did contemplate restarting it, but I did still manage to keep Josh alive because there is a trophy tied to that. So there is some flexibility in there, but I wouldn't stray away from the guide too much if you want to keep your playthroughs down to an absolute minimum. I did also mess up on some of the QTEs, the quick time events, but I just closed the game and reloaded it. It usually had a checkpoint just before the event, and I did also learn to turn off the rumble on my controller for the don't move events, and I would highly recommend doing this as well, especially if you have the edge. So after my first playthrough, I had actually earned 21 trophies and I was actually on 70% completion. I did earn quite a lot of the miscellaneous trophies along the way, like taking a bad selfie or some choice related trophies, and I did keep the wolf alive during chapter 7, or was it 8? And the bulk of the collectibles, even though I did somehow manage to miss one collectible and one collectible trophy. And honestly, I'm not even sure how I managed to do that. So, moving on to my second run, I had to get my last collectible in chapter 6 and make sure that absolutely everyone dies. Luckily, I could play from chapter 5 onwards, so that did cut down some of the playtime. And in this playthrough, I just had to pretty much do the exact opposite of my first run. I had to fail a lot of the quick time events, or I had to do absolutely nothing and just stand there and get killed. And killing off some of the characters actually got me trophies, or making opposite decisions earned me trophies like I saw that coming, or you let the wrong one in. And you know what, this might not be a popular opinion, but I found Ashley to be so annoying. I did not like that character at all. And Emily was even worse. I didn't cry one bit when she met her untimely demise. Anyway, after killing them all off, I earned another 5 trophies and my last collectible trophy. So now all of that was done. All that was left was my last proper partial playthrough to keep Jessica and Matt alive. So again, I did play from chapter 6 onwards. I made a couple of small changes in my choices, played it through to the end, and that was it. We got the only others left alive trophy. And then the final trophy was just to replay the prologue and pick all the opposite choices from the first time to try and change the past and their fate. And that earned me the Fatal Destination trophy. And there's a nice little cutscene which I thought added a nice little layer to the game. And that was it. We did it. We got the Platinum Trophy. It took me exactly 1 week and 5 days. So our first challenge was our first win. So now that the first challenge is officially complete, this means Season 1, Episode 2 is now in your hands. Drop a comment below with what theme you want for the next wheel, whether it's the 5 scariest horror games, which I hope it's not, or the top 10 hidden indie games, or top 5 racing games. I don't know. You get to choose, and the top voted comment decides what will be on the next episode's wheel. If you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and until the next time, happy hunting.